How's it going, guys? It's Najam. Welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to review the Zhulinniao JingHong Z3. Before I start, these were sent in for me to review, and the company has asked me to point some features out, so I'll get started with that. And throughout this video I will point some features out that they want me to. So this is a sponsored video. They did send me these to review. Now, Zhulinniao is the Chinese name of the company. The international name is called BirdDance. It's the same company, they just have two different names. The JingHong Z3 is not a cheap earphone, even though it's priced really cheap, but they call it an underrated audio masterpiece. The BirdDance JingHong Z3 redefines the budget level audio experience. Now, there are other points that I need to mention, but I will mention them later on in the video in the right sections. But let's get started with the rest of the video. In conclusion, I really do like these. All the points that they've mentioned, I actually agree with them. So these are absolutely amazing. I do like them a lot. Let's start with the pros and the cons. So I do like the sound quality of these. I also like the comfort. These are very, very comfortable, and I also do like the isolation. These do have a very good isolation, much better than the PRXs. Now, as far as things I dislike, now I actually don't dislike anything. I suppose one thing I could mention is that the cable does get tangled a bit more than the one the PRXs came with. Let's go over the specifications. These have a dual dynamic driver, dual cavity acoustic system. So I'll put the picture up, you can actually see. I thought initially that was a port or something, but they've got two separate acoustic systems for each driver. Now, one of them is the 10mm bamboo fiber silk diaphragm driver, and it also has a 6mm PU plus peak composite diaphragm driver. The independent acoustic chambers do have a physical crossover design, and this, according to them, it solves the frequency imbalance issue with same price point single dynamic driver earphones. And because of this, it does deliver a clearer instrument separation, positioning, and also a richer sound. These are 32 ohms, 2220 kHz. They have sensitivity of 125 decibels at 1 kHz. The price for these is £35, and according to BirdDance, these compete with $100 flagship earphones, but the price is very, very cheap, so they're punching way above the price range. As far as the connection goes, you have a typical 0.78mm 2-pin connector. You can detach that as normal, usual, and you can also change the cable if you don't like this cable and you want a different one. It comes with a 106 core dual stranded high purity oxygen free copper silver plated cable, and this is a very nice cable. It's a very nice cable that comes with these. I do like it a lot. And the other thing is, you do also have a USB Type-C version. Now, this is normal with other earphones as well. You also get an option if you want to have just a Type-C version that plugs directly into your phone. And the Type-C version does have a really nice digital to analog converter, which apparently has zero noise floor, according to BirdDance. And it also supports 96 kHz with 24-bit high-resolution audio. And because it's Type-C, it's going to plug into pretty much any device, your laptops, your phones, and that kind of stuff. As far as the design goes, these are very slim. I do find them quite a bit slimmer than the PRXs. And you can see the dual cavity system. There's one of the chambers, and the other one is the main chamber over here. You can see that. That's pretty nice. And you can see it has a very nice traditional Chinese design. Let's talk about the comfort, and I'll get on to the build quality. So these are very, very lightweight, and I do love the comfort of these. These are very nice because they're very slim. They fit into my ears much better than the PRXs and the other in-ear monitors, especially since the shape of the PRXs is very sort of bulgy. So they are more thicker. These are more better in terms of comfort. So as far as the build quality goes, these are built completely out of metal. So these have a fully CNC machined metal housing. As you can see, I did get the black versions. So these also have a die cast process and CNC precision machining. The texture and the design is matte on the design, but you also have a mirror like design over here, so it does have a dual texture. As you can see, very nice design in my opinion. I do like it. And because these are built of metal, unlike a lot of other in-ear monitors, these are much more durable because they're built much better, and they also feel more premium compared to the plastic earphones at the same price range. Now, because of the materials used, these do also reduce the resonance and improves sound purity. That's pretty nice. The isolation is very nice. I do really love the isolation on these. It's one of the best I've heard in the in-ear monitors, so that's pretty nice. Now, let's talk about the sound quality, which is what you're all here for. So the sound quality from these is very surprising. So these have a really big soundstage. I do like it, and the best thing about these in-ear monitors is the bass. These go so low. It's crazy how low they go, and they don't miss a beat. The bass goes really deep, it hits really hard, and it does have a lot of bass. Now, it's not overpowering, it's actually a well balanced sound. It doesn't sound bad in any way. It just has a really good bass, and it goes really low. The mids are also very nice. I'll talk about the mids just a little bit later on. The highs, unfortunately, in my opinion, they're not the best. I think they could use some EQing to get the best out of them. Because they do lack some air and some detail, and they do sound a little bit too smoothed out. But when you're listening and you're enjoying yourself, it doesn't sound bad. The imaging and the separation is also really nice. They've managed that really well on these, and I think it has a lot to do with the soundstage and the way they're tuned. And these do have a very vibrant, punchy sound, and I really do like that. Now, the detail from these in-ear monitors is very nice. But the PRXs, I did compare the two. The PRXs do have better resolution and also detail. For the most part, these do sound very clear, and they sound very nice. The rhyme stopper earbuds, I did use them as well as the stock ones over here, these normal ones that I've got on right now. So I'm just going to briefly mention the sound differences. So with the rhyme stoppers, these do have a much bigger, a much more holophonic sound, and it improves the clarity. It does improve the separation in the middle of the soundstage, and it also does improve the separation, and it's a lot easier to make out for some of the vocals. I think I mentioned this in the unboxing video, and that stands true. It does make a big difference. Now, I did find when using them with my tablet, the rhyme stoppers do make the bass sound a little bit muddy-ish, or it just bleeds into the mids a little bit. And it does sound a little bit more V-shaped. So I did try that with the other devices, the KA17 as well as the laptop, and it sounds a bit better. It sounds a bit different on those. So I think that might be actually the tablet that's the issue here. But after using the standard balanced ear tips, I've decided to go with these because they do sound better in my opinion. It's just a bit more natural sounding. Now let's talk about the mids. The mids are very nice, very well defined. I think it's pretty much spot on in every way, except when it comes to certain male vocals or voices, the bass does kind of slip into the mids just a little bit, and it's tuned very well because it does drown it down a bit when it tries to go over the top. So it's doing a really good job. There's no crossover or cross-feeding talk, that kind of stuff going on between the drivers. That's very nice. They've solved that, as mentioned in the points. And I have a feeling it's probably the way these are tuned, but overall, when I've been using them, for the most part, like 99% of the time, I really like them. In fact, I actually prefer these over the PRXs because it has a much more vibrant and a punchy sound. The PRXs do need a lot of power, so when you push in that juice to the PRXs, they will improve on the bass. But when you're using them with a tablet or a laptop, these do destroy them in the bass department. So yeah, they're very nice. I'm actually very impressed with these. In fact, I'm actually going to use these as my main drivers. I'll keep the PRXs. I'm not sure actually what I'm going to do with them, because when comparing the two, I do find the PRXs do have a more natural and more normal sound, and these do sound ever so slightly weirdly, a bit more empty, or slightly, there's a dip in the mid somewhere that I just can't get my head around. There's something going on. Now, it's not bad. Again, it sounds amazing. It sounds really nice. If you want to pick them up, you are going to like them a lot. They are very nice. And with that, we've come to the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know which in-ear monitors you're using. If you do have any questions or anything I missed out on, do ask me in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in another video.